back to the Toffee Blues, your thoughts for all things Everton. My name is Connor Williams, and this is the match preview for the Everton Aston Villa game this weekend, taking place um, at Goodison Park. Sunday, 2 o'clock. We've already had that David will be the referee. It shows, doesn't it, when what sort of world we live in, where the referee, what referee we get is important to a game. Like I said in the video after the Crystal Palace, they should be the least important person in football, really, in a football match. But alas, they're not. Um, yeah, let's have a look at Aston Villa and Everton, and see how if we can topple them. First of all, good news. Albert Lewin will be back. His red card was rescinded, thankfully, so we'll have him back. I believe Idrissa Gana Gueye still to miss this, according to Mob. Ali Ali, actually young as well. And Corey, it'd be interesting to see on him. Apparently, he's doubtful. No, we'll know much. I'd like to keep stuff close to his pocket. Don't know if we'll find out really if he's available or not. So I think I saw that he's back in training, he's back on grass. Whether that means he plays or not is a completely different argument. I hope he does because I think it's pretty obvious how much we miss him when he's not playing. Um, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Um, Villa in really, really great form, haven't they, this season? They are really, really good. Second in the league, 3 points behind Liverpool, the league leaders. And in the last 5 games, they've got 3 wins, 1 draw, and a loss. That loss coming to United, the draw coming to Sheffield United, but they've also beat Brentford, Burnley, and Middlesbrough in the cup. We come into this game on really bad form, 4 losses and a draw. Fulham in the cup, Tottenham, City, Wolves, Palace in the cup was a draw. And I mean, it looks bad when you do it on the 5 games, but Tottenham are a good team. City are City. Wolves is probably the only one. Wolves are a decent team with a really good coach. That's probably the only one where you're like, you know what, that's a bit disappointing. Um, I mean, what can you do? It's happened now. Let's move on. Sort of thing. Top man for Villa this season, I think it's fair to say, is Ollie Watkins, top goal scorer with 9 goals and 8 assists. Really, really good form that for a striker. The way Unai Emery's using him is really great. He creates a lot of chances compared to other forward, 68% more chances than other forward, which is fantastic to see. And all round fantastic striker, but he's not the only one. Douglas Luiz, very, very good centre mid, creates a lot for them as well. Leon Bailey and Moussa Diaby on the wing, frightening pace. I'm a little bit worried about how Patterson or Coleman, probably be Coleman, won't it? And Mikalenko are going to deal with those two down the line. Um, yeah, they're just a really well-oiled machine. They play this sort of I don't know. I guess it's a 4-2-3-1 slash 4-2-4 sort of thing that's going on. With they play their wingers sort of inverted, which is why people are they're not completely sure about it. Um, all round fantastic football team, Aston Villa. We have played them obviously in the head. We'll go to the head to head in a bit. Sort of what they've what we've how we fared against them. Um, but we'll just have a little bit more of a look into Villa, and then I'll go through what I think will be our starting 11 into this game from what I have available, if anything, to be honest. But we'll have a little look at Villa in their last Premier League game, which was that 3-2 win to Burnley. Burnley had a red card in that. I remember watching this, well, not watching it, but watching the score come up a bit dicey. Um, obviously, because obviously they're behind us in the relegation battle, and we need the teams below us picking up points. If Burnley start picking up points as well as Luton, it's starting to look a bit hairy out there for everyone. around them. So, like I said, Aston Villa playing it 4-2-3-1, like 4-4-1-1, whatever you want to call it. Um, there's not much difference at all between those two, bar the winger dropping back. When you look at their average positions, though, it's basically like a 2-3-5 in the build up. The wingers getting really high up the pitch, and Ollie Watkins dropping to link up with whoever plays the cam slot. Um, the wingers, like I said, to invert. That's why he's had John McGinn playing out there for a little bit over the season. Um, I just think we've got to be a bit careful of them. Most, they can play narrow. Um, they'll squeeze the field. They create a lot of chances. That when the game was a bit dicey, but when you look, their expected goals were like 3.23 to Burnley's 1.17. They really, their 19 shots. They really did have a lot of fun there. Burnley, they were just, managed to defensively stay in the game as long as they could before eventually not staying in it. Um, yeah, to be honest, guys, this is a tough game. I've not got much hope for. In the past 5 times we faced them, um, we like 2022 in January they beat us at Goodison. They then beat us that season in no the new season after that 2-1 at theirs. Then they beat us 2-0 at Goodison in 2023. Then they beat us 4-0 at Villa Park last year. And then September 27th this year, we beat them 2-1 in the Cup, which we tried that five back formation, which I hope we don't do today. But we did that. But there was more going on, and Villa had rotated their squad slightly. They had not many fans in because there was a sort of protest about season tickets. It's soaking wet and very see-through. I don't know if it's been changed, and that's still a problem with Villa or not. But that was one of the problems with that as well. People were talk about that. Um, so yeah, I don't know if that game might have been we've caught them at a bad time. We'll have to wait and see. A lot of it as well depends on who we have available for the game. Like I said, Botmob have sort of got. I mean, I don't know how reliable these are. Both have got Calvert-Lewin not playing because of his red card, even though it's been rescinded, and we know it's been rescinded. Um, I think if he's fit, Decore might have to come in pretty much straight away. I think we miss him when he's not. We need somebody who can get up to Calvert Lewin and support him. Otherwise, it just looks a bit shaky. I think we saw that in the Palace game a little bit. How shaky it looked to be when it's not anyone behind him. Um, I think I think we see a lot of change from the Crystal Palace game. To be honest, like I said, maybe Decore comes in. Um, that could be the only change I really see, though. I think that and the goalkeeper. I think it'll be Jordan Pickford in goal, despite Virginia having a good showing. I think Jordan Pickford's our number one for a reason. I think we'll see Mikalenko at left back, Branthwaite, Tarkowski, two centre back, and I think we'll see Seamus Coleman. He had a decent run out at Palace. It's 2024, and Seamus Coleman, I still think is the best right back at the club. Um, make of that what you will. At the grand age of like what 35, is he? Still the best right back we've got. I think we'll see Garner and Onana. Ignore the Garner rumors, the Onana rumors. I don't think even if we're selling, it doesn't matter. He'll still play. Um, Danjuma potentially gets a game, and Danjuma is very dependent on what happens with the move. Is he moving? Is he staying? I don't know. Um, if he's still here, I think he's got to play just because we're a bit short there. It's either going to be him or Dobbin for Danjuma to play. Harrison on the right, obviously. And then this is where it gets a bit tricky. Calvert Lewin up front, and this is where it gets a bit tricky. I don't know if he will change shape because of a lack of options. But behind Calvert Lewin, the core in the last game he played, Harrison there, he doesn't have much options. He either goes um No, he's not got any options. He either plays Dobbin out wide and puts Harrison in the middle behind Calvert-Lewin. If Doucouré's not fit, if Doucouré's fit, he goes there and it's pretty easily done. Or he changes shape, maybe goes to the five back, plays Keane there because he will, and then put Onana and Gardner in the middle and Danjuma, Harrison as the wingers, and then Calvert-Lewin. Or he goes, which I don't think he will. He could go 4-4-2 and put Beto up there with Calvert-Lewin. It'll be interesting if Doucouré doesn't come back. We won't see the 4-2-3-1 slash 4-4-1-1 slash 4-5-1 we've been seeing and we've been having the most success with. Um, yeah, it's crazy how one injury can derail your team. Obviously, it's two really because McNeil, I don't think will be. There's not been much about McNeil's injury, but I can't see him coming back into the fold. It looked like quite a nasty one. So yeah, I think he will have. It depends on the core. If the core is fit, then the front four is Danjuma, McNeil, Doucouré, Calvert-Lewin. If he's not fit, it will either be a five at the back formation, and the front three will be Calvert-Lewin, Danjuma, and Harrison, or it'll be a four, two up front and two wingers, a 4-4-2 or something with Beto, Calvert-Lewin, Danjuma, Harrison. If Dan Zuma doesn't play, then we are stumped. To be honest, Dan Zuma really, I can see now why the club are hesitant to let him go. We are stumped if Dan Zuma doesn't play. Dobbin, Mackenzie Hunt for a debut, but yeah, it's not looking good. Score predictions for it. I'm going to give. It's at home. 1-1, 1-1. I'm hoping we can hold them to a draw and get a point on the board. It'd be lovely to win, obviously, but let's be honest, Villa are a very good team this season. And we are until we get some bodies in, we are struggling with the squad and the injuries we've got. That is all we've got time for though. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below. Look forward to reading them. See you soon.